What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Charlie Black coming at you with another video. One of the last for today. This one I'm going to delve right into. It's question number 6. What are your views of white boys and girls that act black? And let me preface this by saying, so I don't catch flack from you guys, what I consider acting black is the following. When my race, my racial identity plays a large part in how you interact with me. And this is how I'm going to say this. If you find out that I'm a black person, or if you realize that I'm a black person, which is not hard to do, and you walk up to me and you start to use stereotypes that you delve into, ask me if I want some fried chicken and watermelon and Kool-Aid, or if you ask me if I heard the new Snoop Dogg, things like that, just because I'm black, which you wouldn't do to every other person out there that you interact with, then we have problems. Because what you're doing is you're assuming the stereotypes are true, and you're playing into that, and that affects how we're going to interact for the rest of that time being. Common example, I was at work with this customer, a while ago, and he came in saying, "What's up, brother?" using slang, and I was just like, okay, maybe that's just part of his personality. We get into a car that he's looking to test drive, and he's scanning the radio station for rap stations. And I didn't pay too much attention to it at the time, but when he finds one, he turns it all the way up and asks me if I've heard the new T-Pain. First of all, I don't even like T-Pain. Second of all, we were not on the discussion of music. Third of all, you didn't even ask me if I liked, rap music or garbage rap for that matter, because I can't stand T-Pain. But when we came back in, we went into one of the offices, and it happened to be an office where one of my coworkers had her sister's picture up. Her sister's white, her baby's half white, half black, and the guy goes, "Oh, is that your wife and child?" I say, "No." And it's understandable because I was in the office and the picture was there. And then he goes, "Oh, well, good. I'm tired of you brothers always taking all our good white sisters." And the whole time with him, the thing that kind of got to me was I remain professional. I always remain professional at work because I feel that there's a way that you should be at work and there's a way that you should be at play. There are things that I say at work that are appropriate for that environment or that atmosphere. When I come home or when I'm on YouTube in front of you guys, I can say what I want and I just don't give a dirt damn because I'm comfortable. Now, that right there, when he made that statement, gave me the right to check him, and I just simply told him, I don't know you from tomorrow. Do not disrespect me because we are not that comfortable with each other. And if you have a problem with it, I can find you someone else who can work with you. That led to awkward silence for a little while. But, hey, we got the job done. And the funny part about it is when I was taking this trade-in vehicle, I start the car and country music is blaring, which doesn't mean too much because he could just be eclectic. Now, I take the little CD holder from the sun visor, and it's nothing but classic rock and country music CDs. It just kind of showed me, okay, you're trying to appease me, and what you do is you look foolish. You make yourself uncomfortable, and you make me uncomfortable with you because I can't trust you to show me who you are. Now, that's what I consider acting black, and I don't like stuff like that. Be who you are, regardless of who you're in front of. Changing your diction, being professional, that's another thing. But when you play on race and stereotypes specifically, that comes to acting one race or another. And I don't like when people try to act black, so to speak. The other part of the question is, what about black celebrities who promote the bad in the black community? Common example, and I'll try to find a link to it. If I don't link it right down there, I'll put it in my box, and that is going to be the Nelly TipDrill video. Nelly made a TipDrill video in which this man made a TipDrill video in which he had a bunch of nut bucket hoes and dental floss walking around this mansion dancing and getting nasty. Bubbly, bathtubs, just girls all over everywhere. I mean, you had girls doing heel stretches, shaking it. You had one of the rappers slid a credit card down the crack of one of these girls' asses. And that's okay. That's your business. These are consenting adults getting into this. But what Nelly came off as is a pop rapper. A popular rapper who appeals to the mainstream group, which is younger people. And to have a video like that was very disrespectful. Had all these black women in there acting crazy. And they probably got paid little to nothing for it. But, they went in there and they did what they had to do. That was their business. But he did disenfranchise his base because a lot of black women were protesting Nelly because of that same video. And this same Nelly that had that TipDrill video, you see how his career went after he made that TipDrill video. Not many people are going to buy your albums when they know that you don't respect them enough to keep them with at least some clothing on. Hoochie is one thing. Horish is another. Now, that kind of stuff right there, when you have people over there sporting, your gold and your chain, your grill and everything else, all this jewelry that you had to rent for the video in the first place, that stuff, throw it out the window. If you're that amazing, be who you are in front of that camera. Keep it simple. Keep the reality there. Because I'm so tired of so many thugs being manufactured thugs. The people that, go to the salon to go get all kinds of things waxed and manicured. Or, did I say that right? It is a salon, right? Nail salon? Okay, I guess I could go with that. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with it, as you can tell. But, and all these people that are living in the grandma's houses and don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but also don't have worries, regular worries that people have to take in every day. They don't have to struggle, and they come out and they want to be thugs. This gets me because, number one, if being ghetto and being hood was so good, then you artists out there that try to become famous and go platinum and double platinum wouldn't work your ass so hard to get the hell out of the ghetto and the hood. If the projects were so good, you would stay your ass in them. Because people in the projects don't have an entourage. They might have gangs. They don't have, makeup artists. They might have the weave shop down the street. They might have, or you might have like a personal trainer and a personal chef. They don't have that. They have mom to cook for them. Or grandma. So keep it real. Let people know that you worked hard to get the heck out of the circumstance that you're in. And ghetto to me, hood to me is a circumstance. It's not the best one, but it is a circumstance. You shouldn't have to be ashamed of it, but you shouldn't be glorifying it either. Let's see here. Black entertainment. This is another one because I feel like a lot of it is consumer driven. I hear so many people complain about mainstream rap music, and then they forget about the rest of the rap artists out there that promote, another message. Your Talib Kweli's and your Commons and your Little Brothers out there, your Andre 3000s out there that'll go out and they'll make music that is quality, that's worth listening to, that's well produced, that nobody's feeding into because it takes, it's too much of a toll on their ear to listen to the lyrics. They have to have some hypnotic production that makes you forget about what the hell everybody is saying. And these are consumers. And there's not a majority of black consumers. These, they always use that statistic that the main people going out and buying these rap and hip-hop and R&B CDs are young white men. So it's really just based on what the consumers believe. And that's true in every shape of sense of the word. Because you think about success and artists that you consider successful, they're the people who sell the most. So, if people want to see a minstrel show, that's what they want to see. But they don't care at what cost they see it. They don't realize that people are going out there fitting into the stereotypes and following the things that they see on TV. I see so much of it all the time. But it's all about what you seek out. Because there are actors and actresses out there who star in these films, and use Cosby Show as an example. Cosby Show, for instance. It's a great show. It showed, black people living a middle-class life, very diverse. What about shows like Good Times or 227 or Family Matters or Parenthood that didn't really get as much attention? That were shows that tried to promote those same values. Sometimes when people see it, they just get tired of it and they just throw it down the toilet. And I think that that's what a lot of it has to do with. Not only being responsible as the person standing in front of the camera, but as the person sitting behind the camera. And as the person sitting behind the television, watching the person on that camera. Because it has to do a lot with what you consume. And we're in a world where we're so ready to consume everything that's reality-based. We're so ready to consume everything that's violent and crazy and dramatic. But we won't sit down and watch, something as light as the Cosby Show. In these times, I don't really know if the Cosby Show would really survive. Because of the mentality that people are in right now. Where they think that if people aren't fighting and cussing each other out, if you're not going shopping in Laguna Beach, if you're not whoring around with everybody in your city and pissing everybody off, if you're not doing challenges on TV, or if you're not living in a college dorm situation, showing your real life off, then hey, it's not worth watching. That all boils down to what people are trying to consume. So that's my message for today. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Tell me your thoughts through comments, messages. Add me, subscribe, do all those great things. I should have one more video coming up a little bit later, so stay tuned, YouTubers.